Hi, my name is Dr. Pedro Obaseki. In recent times, within the political scene in Nigeria, as we draw closer to the 2023 elections, and particularly within the opposition PDP, we've been affronted with zoning. To zone or not to zone, and if to zone, to where? So I decided to look at the arithmetics of the PDP zoning matrix between 1999 to 2023, and I shall approach this from a very arithmetic level. It must be understood, first and foremost, that the PDP is a different political entity from its rival, the APC, which is a newer entity, a coalition more or less of various parties that came together in 2013. Now, it is either to do away with the zoning arrangement, or if we must keep the zoning matrix of the PDP, the zoning arrangement for now actually favors a candidate of northern extraction. I shall prove this based on the 8-year rotational zoning arrangement of the PDP as was triggered in 1999. From 1999, the entire PDP zoning matrix lasted until 2007. Almost all positions across board, from party positions to elective offices, were diametrically reversed in 2007. All the positions held by the South were switched to the North, and all positions held by the North were switched to the South in 2007, in accordance with the triggered 1999 zoning arrangement. However, this was truncated by the unfortunate passing of President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Consequently, and against better reasoning, the zoning arrangement was jettisoned. Now, the arithmetics of zoning from 1999 to 2023. In the PDP since 1999, the North has held presidential power only for the 2 years and 9 months when on the 9th of February 2010, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan assumed presidential powers as acting president under the doctrine of necessity. In fact, Goodluck Jonathan's decision to contest and his victory at the 2011 presidential election was, unquote, a departure from the unofficial North-South rotational policy that was quoted from the Encyclopedia Britannica. The total years of the PDP in power in Nigeria was 16 years. In those 16 years, the North and the South shared power, but the South had power via Obasanjo for 8 years and Goodluck Jonathan for almost 2 years to complete the Yar'Adua's tenure, and after 2011, Goodluck Jonathan for a further 4 years until 2015. This aggregates close to 14 years. Therefore, in the 16 years of the PDP in power at the presidential level, the North had presidential power for the 2 years and 5 months of Yar'Adua's tenure. It must be noted that Yar'Adua left Nigeria in October 2009, barely 2 years and 5 months into his first tenure. This does not take into consideration, however, the intra-party arrangement of the rival APC. APC has in its own arrangement begun by giving first 2 tenures of 8 years to the North. It is thus incumbent on the APC to zone its next 4 years at least to the South, but it is not incumbent on the PDP to do the same. By May 2023, Nigeria's present democracy would have clocked 24 years, and the APC under President Muhammadu Buhari would have completed 8 years in office. Even if we decide to add the yet-to-be-completed 8 years of the APC to the truncated 2 years plus of the Yar'Adua PDP government together, this aggregates 10 years for the North, while the balance 14 years had been held by the South under Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan. Facts don't lie. Clearly, empirically, scientifically, and arithmetically, the zoning pendulum swings in clear favor of the PDP presenting its presidential candidate as a candidate of northern extraction in 2023. This is because the total aggregate of a northern PDP presidency is just 2 years plus, while the total aggregate of the southern PDP presidency is close to 14 years. If viewed from a combined sum of both the PDP and the APC, the total aggregate of a northern presidency will be 10 years by 2023, while the total aggregate of the southern presidency within the same period from 1999 to 2023 will be almost 14 years. Thus, the North, if viewed from the sum total of our years as a democracy since 1999, still requires a minimum of 4 years to achieve parity with the South. This disparity is further widened if viewed within the confines of the PDP alone. Here, the North may actually require between 11 to 12 years to achieve parity with the South. In the face of these incontrovertible figures, it may akin to injustice against the North if the PDP does not zone its 2023 presidential ticket to the North. It must be noted also that since 1999, we have had 6 rounds of presidential general elections as a democracy in the current Fourth Republic. 2023 will be the 7th round of elections. Of these, the PDP has thus far won 4 presidential elections out of the 6. And of these 4 elections won by the PDP, 3 of the winning tickets were given to Southern candidates. Of the 6 elections since 1999, the PDP had given Southern presidential tickets 2 times to President Olusegun Obasanjo in 1999 and in 2003, and twice to President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in 2011 and in 2015. The PDP had also since 1999 given presidential tickets only 2 times to the North. First to President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua in 2007 and to Vice President Atiku Abubakar in 2019. So since 1999, it must be reiterated that the PDP has given its presidential ticket 4 times to the South and 2 times to the North. On a simple arithmetic scale, the South has been clearly favored by the PDP on a scale of 2 to 1. So to achieve parity, the PDP must see the North as a preferred destination from where to pick its presidential candidate in 2023. This will ensure justice, equity, and fair play. Figures don't lie, and the figures are fact. Anything to the contrary will mean that the PDP is tilting its own zoning arrangement as alluded to in its own constitution against the North. If the PDP zones its presidential ticket to the South in 2023, it will mean that in the 7 rounds of elections in Nigeria since 1999, the PDP would have given its presidential tickets to Southern candidates a whopping 5 times, while giving Northern candidates only 2 times. This will be a clear affront on the spirit of its own constitution, and this will be gross injustice to candidates of Northern extraction. Since 1999, 3 out of the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria have been direct beneficiaries of the presidency. These are 2 zones from the South and only 1 zone from the North. These 3 zones who have shared the presidency since 1999 to date are Southwest, President Olusegun Obasanjo; South-South, President Goodluck Jonathan; Northwest, President Umaru Yar'Adua and President Muhammadu Buhari. Curiously, both Yar'Adua and Buhari are not only from the same Northwest geopolitical zone, but also from the same state, Katsina. Conversely, 3 geopolitical zones have not produced a president since Nigeria's return to civilian democracy in 1999. These zones are the Northeast, the North Central, and the Southeast. Thus, 2 zones in the North, the Northeast and the North Central, and 1 zone in the South, the Southeast, have never produced an elected president since 1999. There is little gainsaying the fact that the Northeast, and to a lesser extent both the North Central and the Southeast, are in pole position to argue, albeit empirically, that the PDP presidential ticket be zoned to them. This is particularly strengthened by the widespread belief that the PDP's Northeast candidate in the immediate past election in 2019 actually won that ill-fated, hotly contested election. And in a 2023 election, where the incumbent is not on the ballot, it is not rocket science to opine that Atiku Abubakar, the PDP's presidential candidate in 2019, who hails from the Northeast, leads the field in this regard, more or less like a president in waiting, so to speak. In the light of the heated arguments for or against zoning, and to abate any untoward or ugly divisions within the party, the worst case scenario for the PDP is to throw its presidential primaries open. For he who comes into equity must come with clean hands.